Okay, so I think the Trios Championship match at Dynasty, while it might not be one of the more high-profile matches on the show, I think it's very interesting. I think the storyline that is building within the members of Rated FTR is very interesting. So, in recent weeks, we have seen Dax Harwood kind of not be on the same page as the other members of Rated FTR with Cash Wheeler, with Cope. We've seen him shove Cash Wheeler, thinking Wheeler was a security guard after Harwood lost to Wheeler Yuta. We've seen Dax Harwood not extend a hand and help Cope up. But then every time that Dax Harwood does something where he supposedly loses his temper and lets his emotions get the better of him, he comes out the next week and he apologizes. So he apologized to Cope after not helping him up, and then this week on Dynamite he apologized to Cash Wheeler for shoving him. He apologized to the referee for striking him, and Dax gave the referee the money from his fine. He was fined $10,000 for attacking the referee. He gave that straight to the referee. But then when he turned and tried to give another one of his apologies to Cash Wheeler was like, no. We are brothers. We are family. And at Dynasty, we're on the same team. But after that, we need to talk. And I find this very interesting. I'm a huge FTR fan. I love what they have brought to tag team division ever since they were in NXT. They've been fantastic. So the idea of FTR splitting up, no longer being a tag team, there's definitely going to be people, especially fans of old school tag team wrestling, and they really have been the revival of old school tag team wrestling. A lot of people aren't going to like the idea of FTR splitting up. But the idea of Dax Harwood doing something a little meatier, a little something more high profile on the show. Like, we've seen FTR have these great tag matches and be in the tag division for years now. But what if we went into a bit more of a meatier storyline like we're doing now, where Dax Harwood's character is changing? There's like a bitterness or an anger within him that is starting to boil to the surface. And so there's these little incidents where he's acting out on that. But then he comes to his senses, and the next week he apologizes and so on. But where does this go? And does it eventually get to the point where that bitterness, that anger that's within him kind of wins out and takes over, and Dax Harwood becomes a bad guy while Cash Wheeler and Cope remain good guys? Is that what's on the horizon? I don't know.